Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell to turn on your notifications to keep up to date with all kinds of bodybuilding content right here on the channel. We are back today with another episode of the Natural Bodybuilding Prep Series 2026, and as of today, I am exactly 3 weeks out from my show, PCA Naturals in Wolverhampton. Over this past week, we've been doing a trial peak to kind of see how I might look on stage come show day. Obviously, we've still got a couple of weeks of fat loss left, but just to have a rough estimation of what protocols might work for me when it comes time to getting on stage. And today is the trial show day, so I figured I would take you through what that day is going to look like. It's going to be fairly chill, but I figured it might be interesting to see what we're doing on this trial show day. So to start off, I'm going to go down and do my check-in photos for my coach, see how I'm looking fasted first thing in the morning. My weight today was up because we've had a few very, very high carb days. So this morning I was 177, which is actually what I was on stage last time, although I am much leaner and noticeably bigger than last time I was on stage. After we've done those check-in photos, we're gonna have a couple of meals, do a couple of client check-ins, and then it will be a lot of, keeping your feet up, relaxing, trying to sort of just stay calm. And then we'll be heading over to the gym where we will do a little pump up and do a few rounds of posing as if we were doing the show. Obviously, I'm not shaved or tanned or anything like that, but it's kind of the closest we can get to show conditions, right? Well, the trunks are on, so let's go and have a look. Okay, so check-in done. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm at the point now in prep where, kind of regardless of how I actually look, I'm not going to be very happy. I still feel like I've got a bit of fat to come off. I don't know if it's maybe I'm holding a bit of water around my glutes, or if it is I think I just still have a bit of fat that needs to come off. But we've got 2 weeks to try and bring that in as much as possible, which is awesome. And when I compare it to how I looked, last competition, it is still a massive improvement. So I just need to kind of get out of my head a little bit. But I do think that's quite natural, especially it's my second show ever, so I think it's probably pretty normal to kind of get in your head a little bit about these things. But I'm gonna try and put that on my mind now. I'm gonna have my first meal, which is 2 whole eggs and 200 grams of egg whites, and just probably a couple of sips of water. I try to kind of keep the water intake to a minimum, but still having something going in, otherwise there's no way I'm gonna be able to get a pump when I go into the gym. But yes, I'm going to eat now and then get on to doing some client check-ins. Okay guys, so check-ins are all done, which means it's time for meal number 2. Pretty standard meal here for me. 60 grams of oats, a scoop of whey protein, and 100 grams of blueberries. Literally just gonna eat this and just chill on the sofa and watch something, or I don't know, play some Baldur's Gate or something like that. But yeah, until we get to the gym, today is just all about trying to be as relaxed as possible and just chilling. Well, I've certainly chilled out enough for now, which means it is time for my last meal before we head into the gym to do this sort of little pretend show. So I'm gonna eat and then let's get in and get pumped up and do some rounds. All right, we are here in the gym then, and I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the order of things now. So I'm gonna go in, do a very, very quick pump session. Not even like the pump session you saw in the previous video. This is literally just to try and get a pump. So we're looking at a max of like 15, 20 minutes, just trying to get some blood in the muscle, but not to the point where we're burning any glycogen or, you know, don't want to start sweating and stuff. I literally just want to get a bit of blood flow through the muscles so everything kind of comes alive. And then we're gonna go into a few rounds of posing. I'm gonna do my routine. I probably won't show that. I still think I'm gonna keep that kind of under wraps until I actually perform it on stage. But I'm gonna go through a few rounds of posing, see how the physique's looking, and call it a day. Let's get cracking. Okay then guys, we are back from the gym now, and that's gonna bring an end to the trial peak. This feels like it's been a pretty manic week, to be honest, like with the carb depletion being so intense and then the carb load being very fun, but also my stomach was like, what the fuck is going on? And the water loading was honestly, probably the hardest thing was drinking all that water and taking all of those pills for the past 6-7 days, but very happy with the look actually. As I said earlier in the video, this morning when I did my sort of fasted check-in, I wasn't over the moon with how I was looking. I felt like I looked very flat, I felt like I looked kind of watery, and I just wasn't super happy. But then once I got in the gym and I did a couple of rounds of my little pump-up circuit, I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, holy shit, like, I look pretty good. And then, you know, I did 5 rounds of posing and held condition well to the end, didn't fade really. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this. Like, I think I can look pretty good on stage in 3 weeks time. So yeah, I'm really happy. My coach is very, very happy, to the point that I've got a little refeed tonight, guys. Oof, I'm so happy. So I'm gonna get a burger and fries, and I will show you that when we get to it. But yeah, this has kind of made me really, really excited, because like, honestly, if I'd stepped on stage today, do I think I would have won? No, it's not very likely. I still think I've got more to come off, especially around my glutes. I think my upper body's pretty much there, to be honest, but I think I, still need a little bit to come off around the glutes. But I feel really good. Like, and like I say, if I had stepped on stage today, although I wouldn't have felt super confident about my chances of being victorious, I at least know that I would have been really proud of the package that I presented, and it's already so much better than my previous showing. So with 2 more weeks of fat loss and then another peak, oh man, I'm so excited. I think I can bring something good. I think I can do well, you know? It's within my control how I look on that stage, and I am gonna bring the best me ever, which is all I can do. So I'm gonna order my burger and fries, and I'll see you when we're eating it. Okay guys, the off-plan meal has been had. It was delicious. My fries did not come, sadly. Well, actually, you know what? I said they didn't come. I actually didn't order them by accident. I thought I did, but I didn't. So it was a burger and wings, but it was really good. It was from the Messy Chef in, I think it's in Portsmouth, but it was amazing. If you're in that area, highly recommend. And that's gonna do it. As I kind of sort of summed up before the meal, it was really good. I'm very happy. It was hard. It was very, very hard, and I am not overly looking forward to repeating it again in 3 weeks, but I'm really happy with how it looked. You know, looking at some comparison photos of today compared with 3 weeks ago, the fact that I've got another 3 weeks now to improve makes me feel really confident, and I'm very, very excited for what we're gonna bring to the stage. Now that this peak is over, it's back to sort of regularly scheduled programming, if you like. Just gonna document, a couple videos a week of how the prep is going. Back to no physique updates again, I'm afraid. This is gonna be it now until the week of the show. My idea is that I would like to do a video every day for the show week, leading up to the show itself. So that is the plan at the moment. We'll stick to the 2 videos a week coming out up until the week of the show, and then the plan is to do a video a day for the show week. But until then, that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, drop a comment below, let me know what you thought of it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next time.